Elizabeth Anderson, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Kentucky getting my master's in social work. And I was an intern this summer here at the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, and today is my last day. And this week I had the opportunity to sit in and watch the second half of the Dr. Post murder trial. And I had the opportunity to sit in on other trials over the summer, but what set this one apart, besides the huge publicity that surrounded the case, was the involvement of the victims' advocates. And this trial seemed unique because of the victims' family dynamics and participation in the case. And, unless you have previously been involved with the law, most people have no knowledge of how the legal system actually works, except for what you might have seen on TV, which is definitely not accurate. So when a person becomes the victim of a crime, they usually have no idea the legal process and all the necessary steps that are involved to get to an actual trial. And prosecutors are usually busy preparing for the case, so victims' advocates act as an important go-between for the prosecutors and the victims. Victims' advocates can explain all the steps, the purposes of the many hearings that take place before a case even goes to trial, when the victim or the victim's family should appear in court, answer questions, and relay information. And another important task that victims' advocates have is preparing a victims and victims' families for the investigation that takes place in preparation for a trial. And frequently, this investigation can be extremely intrusive and upsetting to victims and their families. And this case was no exception. Dr. Post's family had to undergo invasive looks into their private lives. Aspects of marriage and relationships were scrutinized. Financial records were combed over. Family and friends were questioned. The victims' advocates involved in this case really helped Dr. Post's family prepare for and deal with the investigation aspect of this trial. And the victims' advocates play an important role in supporting Dr. Post's family again during the trial itself. They explained different phases of the trial, but they were also able to warn the family when a particularly difficult part of the trial was coming up. For example, a crime scene or autopsy photo. And having experienced, talented victims advocates involved in this trial was crucial due to the defense's case relying heavily on implying that Dr. Post's own husband, Dr. Truitt, was involved in her murder. As you can imagine, being questioned about your wife's murder and having the defense attorneys insinuate that you were at fault or responsible is extremely difficult, and the victims advocates helped prepare him for the difficult line of questioning. And when the defense brought up personal details about Dr. Post's and Dr. Truitt's marriage and finances, the advocates were there to provide comfort and reassurance. Martha Post clearly had a very loving and supportive family, evidenced by their enduring attendance in court. And being able to observe this trial and watch the office's dedicated victims advocates in action really inspired me to continue with my career goal of becoming a victims advocate myself one day. I've really enjoyed my time this summer here at the office and all the amazing experiences and opportunities that I've had. I've really learned a lot, and this has been an amazing experience. So thank you, Ray, so much for having me, and hopefully I will be able to come back and have some more experiences here at the office. Thanks.